I'm not Paul Brady.
I just want to win as many titles as I can.
I'm not Sean Lennon.
I'm trying to think of myself as an entertainer.
I'm not Luis Moreno.
I like to play the fast pace.
No lead is safe against Luis Moreno.
When he goes for that kill shot, that is his handball game, you know, it's all or nothing.
My personality, it's one of extremes, you know, it's all or nothing. So
either shoot to kill, you know.
He's really competitive out there.
What's going through your mind as he's at 14-5, 14-7, 14...
Driven. Handball's a constant challenge.
Fast pace and, you know, just like hitting the ball hard.
It's to get the job done and get in the court and grind it out. That's why he's the best the last 10 years and possibly the best player ever. So
it's amazing to watch the two of you guys play, the two best players in the world.
The standard of play, you know, is obviously higher at a pro tournament.
Just coming to the tournament and watching the other women play is a huge motivator for me.
Pretty much every little edge that you can to get to beat Katrina.
Fiona Shannon, the same huge achievement on the international stage, and now there are far more young girls playing than even when I started.
I felt myself as a youngster wanting to play, but I really couldn't until I was about 13 or 14 start to grasp the truth of the game because I was just too wiry and not strong enough to hit the ball correctly, or I wasn't able to just slow down and think, hey, the point of this game is to get it back, not to hit it as hard as you can. So if you approach it the right way, yeah, it's a universal game that can be played by everybody. But the funny thing about handball is it kind of will weed out the ones that aren't mentally tough enough or physically tough enough because it hurts to get a bruise and have to play through that. But if you're mentally tough, you find a way to dig it out and make it happen and fight through pain and tough times on the court. So kids that learn to play handball will be I think, more likely to be successful in whatever they do. And especially if they play other sports, it'll help your other sport of choice immensely.
Yeah, like, you know, what I love so much about the WPH is the energy. They really have put the energy back into handball. You know, Dave Vincent and David Fink, and in addition, you know, you, Lolita, you know, the crew, Linda, and I wish I could remember everyone else's name on the crew because I have worked with them before. But, you know, everyone really does an incredible job of wanting to showcase the brilliance of this sport. And rightfully so. The sport is so amazing. There's so many tangibles that you know, the athleticism, the different styles of play, the individual players, that you have this community from around the world, and they have really done a great job of coordinating all that and putting the energy behind it and getting people to want to, you know, the players to want to play and come to these pro stops and be a participant, as well as people who are fans of the sport to also want to participate. And you know what, I think as long as they keep that energy going, as long as they keep that motivation, that passion, you never know. This sport can grow, this sport can take off into something amazing, much more than what it's already been in the past or even presently. You know, I've watched some documentaries on sports that really didn't look like they had a shot of doing anything, and now they're on TV and athletes are getting paid $1 million contracts, and you know, there's commentary, there's this and that, so you just never know. I just hope that they're able to keep doing it, keep the mission going, keep the funding behind it going, and I don't know, as long as I can play handball, I'll certainly be a part of it. So
Ultimately, the most committed man to handball on the planet right now. I first met Dave, I think it's now 20 years ago, whatever that number is, but it's unbelievable what he's done for handball in really the last 10 years. We've gone from the cellar back into the limelight with prize money and venues to visit.
Well, you know, the WPH is incredibly enthusiastic about, you know, introducing this game to as many young people as possible. This year alone, we've had over 600 junior handball clinics. Last year, we had over 700 junior handball clinics. So in just 2 years of forming the junior WPH, over 1,300 junior handball clinics, thousands of kids introduced to the game nationwide, both in Tucson, Southern California, throughout the East Coast, in the Rocky Mountains. So, you know, that's been incredible. I think what's separating us is that we actually have a coaching manual. We train all of our coaches. They're expected to learn and basically memorize everything that's in that 60 or 70 page manual cover to cover before they can become certified coaches and actually work with students. And I think that's made a big difference because it makes us extremely professional. You know, it's no different than what you would do if you went to a golf clinic with the First Tee program, or if you went to a tennis clinic at a private club. I mean, we're doing things the right way. I know how great this game is for kids. I know all the values it teaches, not only the competition and the being physically active and burning calories, but also we're teaching, you know, sportsmanship and character building and integrity and teamwork, you know, and it's just such a great thing that I'd love to see more kids playing it, and I'd love to see more people coming to me and to the World Players of Handball and saying, hey, I want to be part of what you guys are doing. I want to become certified. I want to start a program where I am. You know, I'd love to see by the end of 2015, 8 junior WPH programs throughout the country.
It's made a huge impact to people in Ireland, obviously. I think the webcasting is probably the single most important thing that has happened to handball in recent years. The fact that people can watch the action live from Ireland, you know, and everyone does be talking about it, and was great buzz around it. So it's been tremendous for the game, obviously, and even in terms of, you know, competing with the USHA or the working together, you know, I think that's healthy, you know, for the game here. So hopefully they can continue to work together and push the game forward.
Besides the women's championship, I want to win the All-Ireland senior singles and doubles back home, and then I suppose my focus will be on the US Nationals in June, and then it'll be a long summer of hard training for the World Championships in August in Calgary. You know, they only come about every 3 years, so like, you know, you have to take the opportunity when it comes.
Well, I should win the 4-wall nationals. That's something that, you know, would be nice.
It's an honor, first of all, to be in the elite top 8, and also this is the first year that I played in every event so far, and I will continue to play in the rest of the event. So it's been progress, small progress, little by little, just 1%, 2% at a time, just picking up some points here and there. And these drop downs are pretty important, even though a lot of emphasis isn't placed on it. For example, I was tied with Abraham, and a lot of times I'm tied with other players, and it's just that head-to-head competition that would make the difference between being invited as a number 8 player and to touch on trying to play and beat some of the players already in the top 8. I'm knocking on the door, I'm trying my best, and just making sure that I just let it happen on the court. In other words, play unconsciously and don't make an effort, try to play, just relax, play, and just let it happen.
Yeah, I suppose it's Houston of 2014 since I played on the Race Rate Tour. You know, it's college final year now, and I was on placement last year. It was really hard to get the time to come to the tournaments, but you know, my university back home have been very supportive and helpful, and you know, I've made this trip possible, you know, with funding, and you know, I'm just really looking forward to come back and play against the best, you know, all of the best Americans are here. Paul is obviously in it, and all the other top players, so just really looking forward to playing against them. And I feel like my training's been going well, and that I'm coming close to as good as I've ever played, so hopefully I can just perform now when it matters.
I'm really just going out there every time, and I'm not even worried about the score or anything or who I'm playing against, and I'm just kind of like working on a mold, and I still have a lot of work to do. So. And
it's run so professionally as well when you get there. The hospitality is great, and you know, you can really enjoy the surroundings, the weather, and always the best players come and play there. So you know, you're sure of the best competition there as well.
It gives us a lot of pride as running the Race Rate Tour that these great players, not only from Ireland but from New York and from locally here in Northern California and throughout the country, are making their trips and coming out to support our events.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna go back to the airport like 10:30.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna go stand by and.
Yeah, that's smart. I didn't know this was over tonight.
I didn't.
I already got the first flight out of here.
Yeah, my flight's at what's it? I forgot all about it.
All right.